What is up, guys, and welcome back to another hot takes video. You guys send me your hot WWE or AEW or any wrestling hot takes and I react to it. Anyways, let's get right onto the video with the first one that comes from Panda Penguin. And they say, as someone who did not watch Jeff Hardy in his prime, I'm ready to see him retire. His matches are not very enjoyable. And I'm sorry, Panda, but I gotta completely disagree with you, because as somebody who did watch Jeff Hardy in his prime, there is some nostalgia playing a role. But outside of that, I think Jeff Hardy is a good hand to have in any wrestling promotion. The fans absolutely adore him, and when you have someone with that much star power, you gotta have him in the company continuing to wrestle. And that's how I feel about this situation. I honestly would love to see Jeff Hardy become a champion, whether that be the TNT or AEW World Champion, because I definitely think that he does deserve a title run, maybe even the Tag Team Championship run with his brother. The next hot take comes from Assassin Killer, and they say the WWE is wasting Rey Mysterio with Dominik. And honestly, guys, I have to completely agree with this hot take, because at this point, there is no reason that Dominik and Rey Mysterio should be together. At this point, Dominik is just holding back Rey Mysterio from having some great legendary feuds with the names of AJ Styles, Finn Balor, Edge, or anybody else on the main roster for that matter. I think the tag team run these two had was cool in the moment, but it has to come to an end, and Dominik Mysterio should go to NXT and actually learn how to be an entertainer, because it just isn't cutting it. And in the meantime, you could have Rey Mysterio do some important things on Raw or SmackDown. Like a feud between him and Roman Reigns would be so epic, but why aren't we seeing it? Because he's attached to Dominik at this point. Get Dominik out of here, boy. Faded says that The Miz is the greatest heel in WWE history. From the look, his mic skills, and his ability to get a reaction, it is top-notch heel work. And I'm sorry, Faded, but I have to completely disagree with this one as well, similar to the Jeff Hardy one with the retirements. There's just no way that The Miz is the greatest. I will say that he's one of the best to do it, and he's probably in the top 10, but he's not the greatest. There are maybe 5 other names that I can think of off the top of my head that are much better than him, which includes Randy Orton, Edge, Triple H, or even Ric Flair. Those are some names that I can think of right now that are better heels than The Miz in the history of the WWE. And the next hot take comes from Toby Maguire, and they say that being a wrestling fan is kind of embarrassing nowadays. And I'm guessing that you are relatively young, because other than that, I don't really see anybody that's an adult really care about it, because when I was a kid, I felt the same way. It's just a lot of insecurities and whatnot. But no, being a wrestling fan is not embarrassing whatsoever. If that's what you like, that's what you like. A lot of people like Star Wars, then you got the MCU nerds, and being a nerd is kind of cool, and wrestling is kind of nerdy. So you know what? I disagree with you, Maguire. I don't think being a wrestling fan is nerdy. I do think that I used to think like that when I was a kid in middle school and high school, but I don't think like that anymore, you know, because you kind of just grow up. DJ says that Hangman Page is a shit champion. First off, you ain't even spelled Page the right way, which means you aren't even a Hangman Page fan like that. Secondly, he's not a shit champion. I completely blame Tony Khan 100% for ruining his title reign, because the man literally did not give it the focus that it deserved. You had a bunch of guys coming, whether that was William Regal, Keith Lee, or even Jeff Hardy, and they had a major focus rather than a champion. AEW basically posts these top 5 moments of the week videos on YouTube, and Hangman Adam Page is never even featured on there, which is a problem. Hangman should be your #1 focus. He should be doing the best and most important things on your show, and that is why I blame Tony Khan and his terrible booking. Ollie Thomas says that WWE as a whole was more entertaining in the pandemic era since the return of crowds. And again, I kind of disagree with this hot take too. I feel like that the pandemic era was not bad whatsoever. Even before the Thunderdome era, the first half of the pandemic era was a lot of fun. There was a lot of interesting things. You had Sasha Banks and Bayley running around with all the championship gold. You had Drew McIntyre's title reign, which was really fun. And then Bray Wyatt, The Fiend, and all that kind of stuff happened. So you know what? It was not bad whatsoever. But right now, I think it's a lot better, especially with the crowds. I don't know why they're piping in any crowd noises, because they're getting pretty good reactions. But I like WWE right now compared to before with no audience. Ezekiel says that you really want a hot take? Well, the Wing Eagle WWE Championship design was an ugly design. And goddamn, Ezekiel, that's just wow. I don't know why you said that, because it was completely unnecessary. That championship design is actually really damn sexy. I don't know why I don't think it is, but you know what? Everyone's got their own opinion. I don't know. Yours is just kind of wrong. I'm sorry about that. Unknown2120 says, hear me out. Shinsuke Nakamura is one of the best wrestlers of all time, and no, I cannot say that. I can't agree. I don't think it's true. Shinsuke Nakamura is the definition, I'm gonna say it, of mid. He's just an average guy, and I don't really care too much about him. I don't think he's anywhere near the best of all time. The next hot take says that 2006 was the best year of the Ruthless Aggression era. There was no other year that was that exciting or fun as 2006. And you know what? 2006 is my personal favorite year of WWE just because that was when I was 9, and around that time, that's when you are in peak WWE fan mode right there. So it's my favorite year, but I will say it's not the best objective year. I think 2003, 2002, or even 2000, those are some of the best years of all time. So I'm sorry 2006 isn't the best. And if we're talking strictly Ruthless Aggression, I think 2002 and 2003 were much better. The next hot take says that Belair has the ability to become as big as Roman Reigns only if she is pushed properly. And honestly, she does have a chance. I think she has that mainstream appeal the same way that Roman Reigns does, the same way that Sasha Banks does. So if WWE does push her, which is looking like they are doing that right now, I can totally see Bianca Belair be on the same level as Sasha and Roman Reigns. So it's kind of possible. Alarmist says that Ziggler could be the one to dethrone Roman Reigns. And come on, that's just like I have COVID right now, but this is a bigger joke than me getting COVID because Alarmist, there's no way Ziggler. Just imagine if Ziggler is the one to end that title reign and finally beat Roman Reigns. That would honestly be the worst thing to ever happen in the history of WWE, and I would also get slapped, so I don't want to see that whatsoever. Angel says that Raw low-key has been better than SmackDown, which I agree with that take. I think Raw has been a lot better than SmackDown, but SmackDown is so ass right now. Whoever's writing it just sucks. Like, WWE should get that person, get them out of there, put them somewhere else, maybe fire them, I don't know, but get them out of the WWE because that stinks. And they've been making SmackDown trash while Raw has been killing it, so keep it up. I agree with you, Angel. Jacob says that John Cena sucks at wrestling. Just stop. Like, you're not cool for making these crazy hot takes. John Cena is actually underrated by the IWC when it comes to his in-ring work, is what my opinion is actually. So you know what, Jacob? You can take your hot take and shove it straight up your candy ass, you know? And the last hot take comes from Brendan, and he says that Edge should have never turned heel. That face run could have lasted forever. And honestly, at the end of the day, I don't really mind. I think what they're doing with Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest and most likely Finn Balor in the future is kind of cool, so I don't mind it whatsoever. Do I think that Edge could have still been a face? Probably, but I'm kind of enjoying his heel run right now. You gotta just give it some more time. Anyways, that is it for the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more, and I'll see you all in the next video.